Hello friends, in this video lecture I will be discussing the concept of Cayley's-Hamilton theorem and then we'll be moving on to minimal polynomial and the concept of diagonalizability. So let us study what is the statement of Cayley's-Hamilton theorem. So Cayley's-Hamilton theorem states that every square matrix satisfies its characteristic polynomial. So what does it mean? That if we have a matrix, for example A is a matrix which is of order 2 cross 2, and if I write the characteristic polynomial corresponding to A, right? So what will be the characteristic polynomial corresponding to A? That will be x square minus trace. So that is how we write a characteristic polynomial corresponding to 2 cross 2 matrix. So x square minus trace. So what is the trace? 2 plus 1, which is 3, plus the determinant, and the determinant here is 2. So the theorem states that Cayley-Hamilton states that every square matrix satisfies this characteristic polynomial. So if you replace x with A, and if you find out the value of a square minus 3a plus 2 identity, this will come out to be 0. Now if the determinant of A is non-zero, so if it's a note here, if the determinant of A is non-zero, so now you can apply A inverse on both sides. So what we are trying to do is, I'm trying to calculate the expression for A inverse. Actually the Cayley's-Hamilton theorem plays a very important role in objective point of view, because sometimes we are asked to find the inverse and we are given many expressions. So what we need to do in such type of question is just find out the characteristic polynomial, step 1. Step 2, write down the statement of Cayley's-Hamilton theorem, and the step 3rd is, if the determinant is non-zero, just apply A inverse on both sides. Fine. So applying A inverse on both sides, so what we are left with is A minus 3i plus 2 times A inverse is equals to 0. So you can calculate the value of A inverse from here, that is 1 by 2 into 3i minus A. So that is the required expression. Now moving on to the concept of minimal polynomial. So what is a minimal polynomial? So the least degree monic polynomial which is satisfied by the matrix. So as in the above example, we have chosen A to be a 2 cross 2 matrix and the corresponding characteristic polynomial was this. So whenever we are asked to calculate the minimal polynomial, what we'll be doing is we'll be writing all the choices, that is either it can be x minus 1 or x minus 2 or the product of both. Now if you calculate the value of x minus 1, so what is x? That is basically A minus 1, right? It is. So what you are left here is with this 0 0 0 and 1, which is not equal to 0 matrix. Fine. And similarly in this case also, if you calculate the value of A minus 2, this is again not 0 matrix. Fine. So finally this will obviously satisfy our equation. Why? Because by the definition of Cayley's-Hamilton theorem. So our task is to find the least degree polynomial, monic polynomial, okay, which satisfies our matrix. So let us look at some other examples also, but before discussing few more examples, let me tell you that minimal polynomial is always unique. Fine. So this is one of the results. You need to understand this, that minimal polynomial is always unique. Fine. And then we have a theorem, very important theorem, that whenever we are asked to write down the minimal polynomial of A, so it will always consist of each vector corresponding to the eigenvalue of A. For example, if we have a 3 cross 3 matrix in this case, fine, so you can easily write down the eigenvalues. So the eigenvalues are 1 1 and 1, okay? And the characteristic polynomial corresponding to this will be x minus 1 whole cube. Fine. Now if we are asked to calculate the characteristic minimal polynomial, so the minimal polynomial can be x minus 1 or x minus 1 square or x minus 1 cube. Fine. Now our task will be to calculate A minus I. Fine. So if this thing is satisfied, so we'll be saying this is the minimal polynomial. Okay. If this is not satisfied, then we'll be moving to the second case. If both these cases are not satisfied, so it means the third case is the required minimal polynomial. But observe one thing here, if you calculate the value of A minus I, so it will directly come out to be a 0 matrix. So it means the minimal polynomial corresponding to this matrix is nothing but x minus 1. Fine. Now let us discuss one more example. So I have written a 4 cross 4 matrix here. So you can easily calculate all the eigenvalues. Fine. So the eigenvalues are 4, 0, 0, 0. Why I have written this? Because this is a rank 1 matrix. So the eigenvalues corresponding to this matrix will be nothing but trace, and all other will be 0. Fine. So the characteristic polynomial corresponding to this will be x minus 4 into x whole cube. Fine. Now we are asked to calculate the minimal polynomial, and by the previous definition, x minus 4 factor will always appear and one factor of x will always appear. Now there are 3 other choices. So the minimal polynomial can be x into x minus 4, or it can be x square into x minus 4, or it can be x cube into x minus 4. So again, this is a very time consuming process when you calculate the value of determinant and then you multiply, and then you have to get the desired output, that whether it is a zero matrix or not. Fine. So there is a short trick corresponding to this, and the short trick is, I have described in my previous video lectures. Calculate the arithmetic mean and geometric mean corresponding to every eigenvalue. So we have two eigenvalues here. One is lambda equals to 0, other is lambda equals to 4, and corresponding to lambda equals to 4, the arithmetic mean is 1, so the GM will be 1. So let us discuss about lambda equals to 0. When lambda equals to 0, AM is 3, and what about GM? GM is nothing but n minus rank of A minus lambda, and lambda is 0 here, so n minus rank of A. Rank of A is 1, right? And n is 4, so 4 minus 1 is 3. So AM comes out to be 3, GM comes out to be 3. Now the main trick is, whenever we reach here, so what you need to do is, corresponding to AM, write down the partitions of that number. So the AM was 3, so write down the partitions corresponding to 3. That will be 3, 2 plus 1, and 1 plus 1 plus 1, right? Now just observe what was your GM. GM was 3, so the number which comes out to be GM, now just check the number of partitions corresponding to that number. So this was 3 partitions are required, so the 3 partitions are only in this case 1 plus 1 plus 1. And what you need to choose is the highest number out of these 3 numbers now, right? These 3 numbers, and these 3 numbers are 1 only, so the highest will be 1. So the minimal corresponding to this will be x into x minus 4. So I hope you have understood this trick. Now let us understand this trick again with one more example. So I have considered here a 4 cross 4 matrix. So the eigenvalues corresponding to this will be again 0, 0, 0, 0. So for lambda equals to 0, the arithmetic mean is 4. Now you can calculate the geometric mean, that will be n minus rank of A minus lambda, so that comes out to be 3. Now again, what is our task? We have to write all the partitions corresponding to 4. So the partitions corresponding to 4 are 4, 3 plus 1, 2 plus 2, 2 plus 1 plus 1, or it could be 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1. Now look at the geometric mean. Now just observe where we have done 3 partitions. The 3 partitions are done in only in this case, and we have to choose the highest number out of these 3 entries, so that is 2. So the minimal polynomial corresponding to this will be x square. So I hope you have understood this concept of Cayley's-Hamilton theorem and how to calculate minimal polynomial in less time. So for more such videos, subscribe to my YouTube channel and do not forget to press bell icon. Thank you very much.